Wow. I never knew that about the New Gods. Hey guys, Enosh here, and I am just reading up on my DC Comics knowledge here with this DC Comics encyclopedia. You know, this is really handy to have, especially right now with all the different movies and TV shows in the DC universe, and all the different characters that end up popping up on those movies and TV shows. And so today we are talking about something very cool. But before we do that, I want to say a shout out to Empire King, because Empire King has been watching this channel for a very long time, and they had asked me to give him a shout out, and so I just want to say a shout out to Empire King. Thank you for watching so much. I appreciate you watching. It means a whole lot to me. Thanks for sticking with me. I know I kept telling you, oh yeah, I'm going to get to it, and it seems like I make these videos, and by the time I get into them, I completely forget, and so I'm very sorry about that. But thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching, because if you're not watching, well, then I don't make these videos. So thank you so much for sticking around, okay? Today we are talking about the fact that it was announced that Man of Steel 2 is in development. Now, of course, we're not going to get a Man of Steel 2 next week, and it's not going to be out that soon. But this is really cool, because this shows that DC Comics and Warner Brothers are pushing forward to continue the story of Superman in his own movie, and I think that that is absolutely great. Now, I loved Man of Steel. Man of Steel was the Superman movie that I had always hoped for. You know, I grew up reading the comics in the late 80s and early 90s, and that was that Superman. You know, a Superman wasn't the main character, it was Clark. Clark was the main guy, and Superman was the public persona. And Clark had to deal with things like, hey, I've got all these powers, how should I use them? You know, should I save everybody? You know, how do you deal with that kind of stuff, you know? And those were the questions that I always asked, and so it was great to see that in Man of Steel. Now, I will say this, I don't want to take anything away from Christopher Reeve, because Christopher Reeve was my Superman growing up, okay? As a kid, man, I loved those movies. And you can see behind me, even here is a Superman picture of Christopher Reeve. He was great. He embodied Superman. When I watch those movies, I don't see Christopher Reeve, I see Superman, because he was that Superman of that time in that era. And my wife will tell you, when I got to meet Margot Kidder a couple years ago at Comic-Con, man, I was like a little kid. I was just beaming with joy, because it didn't matter that she was a little old lady in her 60s. And that's Lois Lane. That's Superman's main girl, you know? And so the fact that she took the time to talk with me and hug me, and that just meant a lot to me. And so, as you can tell, and I've said many times here on the channel, I'm a huge Superman fan. I've loved Superman since I was a little kid. I didn't have my dad growing up, and so the character of Superman just kind of really showed me, like I always thought about in my head somehow, like that was a man. That was what a man should be, helping others and doing good for others and being there for people. And I just always loved the character of Superman. My son's middle name is Jor-El, even, if that tells you anything. So, so the thing is, when Man of Steel came out, I love Henry Cavill. I thought Henry Cavill did an amazing job as Superman, and continues to do an amazing job as Superman. You know, he's got the build. He looks like Superman. That was one of my big gripes about Superman Returns was, as much as people talk about that they thought Brandon Routh looked like Christopher Reeve, I didn't see it. I never saw that. I never thought that he looked like Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve, man, was built. He was a thick guy. He was a big guy. And I don't know, man, Brandon Routh just always seemed really skinny to me. I did not like the costume at all, and then there was a lot of other things about Superman Returns that I just did not enjoy as a Superman fan. Although it's ironic that my favorite Superman scene of all time in the movies or television has to be in that movie, and that's where Superman is hovering above Metropolis listening for people in trouble who are in need. And I love that scene, because I think that embodies everything that Superman should be. And then later when he tells Lois, you know, you wrote the article about why the world doesn't need a Superman, but I hear the voices every day. And so that is what I think Superman should be. And I really feel, now I know people have debated this up and down on the internet and here on YouTube about, you know, Man of Steel and you know, the destruction of Metropolis and all those things. And then with Batman versus Superman, it didn't really win a lot of people over from that side over to the other side because, you know, oh, Superman is just grim and upset all the time. And, you know, here's the thing. Superman in Man of Steel had only been on the job for like a day, and then all of a sudden he's dealing with a world-ending you know, situation where he has to save people and he has to make hard decisions. He's not the Superman that we've all grown up with, knowing, who's confident and knows what to do. Superman doesn't always know what to do, and this just goes back to my idea and my thoughts about the character, that people nowadays, they don't know what they want from Superman. Superman is an idea and a character from a long time ago where, you know, right was right and wrong was wrong. There was no gray in between, and you know, you always did the right thing. And a lot of times nowadays that kind of gets blurred, and you know, but that's why I really still like that character, and I kind of cling to that character because I long for those times when right was right and wrong was wrong, and you stood for truth, justice, and the American way, and you didn't have to make an excuse for that. And so, you know, I am hoping that by doing a Man of Steel 2, that by the time Justice League is done with, and we get a couple other solo movies in the DCEU, that the Man of Steel that we see in Man of Steel 2 will be that iconic Superman who has overcome now death and doomsday, you know, and all these other things to be Superman. Now, who would you like to see in Man of Steel 2? I tell you, for me, I would love to see Brainiac. I'd love to see a Brainiac Lex Luthor team up. Of course, I would love to see Darkseid, but I'm hoping that we get that in the Justice League, because I think with Justice League, you got to have a character like Darkseid. You know, with a character like Darkseid, you have to have that whole team there to bring something to the table and beat someone like Darkseid. I don't think Superman should just do it on his own. I think he should have the help of the other people in the Justice League. So, you know, there are a lot of characters. I know some people talk about having Metallo or Bizarro, and that'd be interesting. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comment section, okay? Tell me who you would like to see as the villain in Man of Steel. What are some of the things that you would like to see Superman deal with in Man of Steel? What will this universe even look like after Justice League? And what kind of things will Superman be having to deal with out of the fallout from Justice League and some of these other movies? Love to hear your opinion, because that's what we're here about. We are here to talk about the things that we love. Comic books, Star Wars, fun stuff, superheroes, and everything in between, all right? And so, because of that, why don't you join the conversation? Leave a comment down in the comment section. I try to answer people and get back with people because I appreciate each and every one of you who watch, like I said earlier. And so, if you like that too, why not subscribe? That way you know when the conversation is starting and you know when we're talking about it, so you can be here each and every time with me, all right? Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to talk to you about Man of Steel just all night long, but I can't. I've got more reading to do. So until next time, I'm Enosh, and up and away. Bye-bye.